Okay, so today in the podcast, welcome everybody. Today I wanted to talk about claustrophobia. You heard of this one? You heard the word phobia. Do you know what claustrophobia is, though, love? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. Doesn't matter if you don't, because I'm going to help you. Okay, so claustrophobia, what is it? Okay, so basically it's a speech anxiety that you may feel that some people have, not everybody have, and it gives this feeling or thoughts or dread of public speaking. When this fear comes over you, when you have to speak in public, it don't have to be a huge team, it could be just even one or two people, and it can bring a lot of things: anxiety, fear, panic attack, sweats, stumbling over your words, not making eye contact, nerves, your palms might get sweaty. It's almost like your body gets into that fight or flight, the adrenaline's rushing kind of thing. And it hits you very quickly as well. It can be a build-up. And that is basically what claustrophobia, it's all of those thoughts and feelings that raise up on you when you need to go and speak. So if you're feeling it, you might have a little claustrophobia, love, but it's okay because your speaking tips mama is here. So, okay, you may have all of this and you're like, how do I overcome it? Because I've got big interviews, I've got a big client meeting, got a huge date, I want to do this video, I want to, all the different things you want to do where you have to speak. Okay. And is this something that you can overcome? Yes, you can, my dear. So firstly, speaking in front of everyone, it's not everyone's cup of tea. Like me, if you ask me to go and do maths equations, trigonometry, Pythagoras' theorem, all of those stuff, I'd be like, it's not really my forte, love. I need a calculator to do half the stuff. Not really a maths guru. Yeah, I had to do it at school, but I'm not saying that I'm flexing like a maths professor. No, I'm not. Okay, so I can get it. So let me tell you some tips that I use to calm the nerves when I do feel the nerves, and also ones that I've helped my clients as well use so they can overcome too. So first thing, and I know you're going to be like, no, that sounds mad. Yes, it may sound mad. The first thing that I'd encourage you to do is be vulnerable. Share with who you're saying, I feel really nervous, or I feel a bit panicked. I've kind of forgotten what I need to say. You know, all of that type of stuff. Be open. It helps breed openness. Openness breeds openness, okay? If you find it scary, you're not too sure, you don't feel ready, all of these different things, that's fine. Good. Your brain is going to tell you, run, the lady in the corner there, she's watching like you're mad, or this one on the Zoom is not really looking at you, or that one's got their camera off, they're laughing at you, all of these different things. Yeah. And it's not 100% true. No one is really sitting there thinking, watch this idiot talking. People ain't got time for that. Well, if they do, they're foolish. They should go and look something else to do, go and look one job to do. Yeah. So these thoughts, these feelings are often projected from yourself, not others projecting it onto you. Okay. And if you want to get in control of this kind of claustrophobia kind of thing, I'd encourage you, one of the first things is obviously be vulnerable. Tell people you're feeling nervous, you've forgotten your words, what you need to say, and explain, just say, you're human. Okay, not everyone is this smooth, polished speaker like Matthew McConaughey, Oprah Winfrey, Barack Obama. Not everybody's smooth like that. And they've had years of training, trust me, years of polishing. So some things that might help you, some quick tips, right, to help you to forge the connection fast with your listeners, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or whatever. Get some positive quotes. For me, I use the Bible. I'll read the Proverbs over myself. I will remind myself what Psalm says, or Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ gives me strength. Do what works for you. Okay, so find a positive quote, get an affirmation. I'm saying talk it over yourself. Remind yourself, your mind, your body, your heart, your soul. You can do this. You can do it. Okay, so whether you need to sing, pray, whatever works for you, do it, girl. So you can tell your mind, put your mind in control. You the boss of the mind don't boss you. Okay, and let your brain know that you've got this, you're going to do it, and it's already done, you know. And you might have no idea what other people are thinking. You know, you might think, oh, she was looking at me in a funny way, look at her, or like you feel that the other person, they got their camera on and all this stuff, and They're no business about you. People, the people's favorite topic is themselves. So you think people are worried about you messing up on the business presentation or the meeting presentation or the training? They're like, I need to go home and start the dinner. This one's got primary parents, even I need to go and do this first. I didn't put the washing on. All these different things. They're there sometimes in body, but the mind is busy doing to-do lists everywhere else, okay? So your brain imagines all these type of weird and wonderful stuff. And it's not always generally, it's not always true, to be honest with you. And what you're thinking about delivering and sounding cool or engaging or funny or whatever. And other people are like, just give me the information, let me bounce. Okay. And they've got their to-do list chasing them down, even when they're sitting down listening to you. So don't worry about what other people think. Focus on what your mind is telling you to think, and then delivering like you're just speaking to your best friends in the room. That really does help, honestly. That was the first point. Be vulnerable, be honest, connect, use positive affirmations, tell your mind that you're going to do this, you can do it well. Okay. And even if don't worry about like making mistakes. I don't know why this like idea of perfection or like if you make a mistake, you're wrong, you're a failure, you're gonna go to hell. No, when you make a mistake, like you can learn from it. Don't see things as a mistake. See it as like, okay, this didn't work. Let me try another way. You get what I'm saying? Okay. So I did be vulnerable, point one. And second one I want to say is know your stuff. So whatever it is you're going to talk on, know what you're talking about. Okay, so if you're going to talk about maths, hair, wig, food, clothes, children, early years, older people, care home, electronics, whatever it is you're talking about, know your stuff. Research it, be the boss on it, find out what's current, what a new industry game changes, new people stepping into the industry, things that are no longer seen as before, how the industry has progressed. Things like that. Know as much as you can. Obviously, no one's going to know everything. Even those with a PhD in your sector don't know everything. They know a lot, but they don't know everything. Okay, so know your stuff. Know as much as you need to know to deliver through the time you've got. So whether you've got 10 minutes, 50 minutes, half an hour, whatever, know your topic so you can flex through it. Do you know what I'm saying? And I really want to encourage you. That will give you the confidence in to say, okay, and I'm going to start talking about this, go here, then end with this, and then time for question and answer and stuff like that. Know your stuff. Go through it before. Don't read your notes. I don't like when people do that. I've mentioned this before in many videos. If you're going to sit down there and read it in notes, just send me the notes on email. Give it to you on WhatsApp. I won't show up for the talk. I don't need to if you're going to sit down and read notes, okay? So don't read your notes. Have them as an aid memoir, but don't read your notes, okay? That was the second tip. Know your stuff. Know it. Okay, know the back of your hand. Know your stuff. And then the third point I want to talk about is the way you deliver your information is key. So you got to think like, yeah, people want to hear you talk, but it may work if you add a little video, a little soundbite, a bit of music, some actual live, what's it, like a skit or an acting session. Do you know what I mean? Or getting your audience involved in it, stuff like that. So know your content. Who are your listeners? What do they want out of the talk? What's the goal? Do you need to tell them how to start a business, how to do this flower arranging, how to set up this wig, how to lay eyelashes, how to set up all the different things? What is the goal? And what is the best way to deliver that material? And that's what you've got to think of. What is the best way for you to deliver that particular point to your listeners, okay? And always, okay, always, if you want them to do an action, say it more than once. Don't just, okay, say at the end, but say it more than once. If you want to say like, oh, subscribe to my website or follow me on YouTube, like, yeah, I beg, like at this point, follow me on YouTube, yeah? So you need to make sure that you say the action, because sometimes you say something once, it's not going to register, resonate. Someone was looking on their phone or someone in the toilet. You got to say at least the power of 3 times is good enough. If you want someone to, follow you or message you, download the PDF, whatever it is, you got to say it more than once. So be able to remind people the call to action. There's no point people sitting down, chat, you're listening to you. What do you want to do? What do you want them to do with the information? Okay. And like if you want them to check the website, whatever it is, give out the information. Don't let people like be searching searching into the mist. People ain't got time for that. They don't want people. Yeah, everyone's got 24 hours, but people want to choose how to spend it. Yeah. And remember that overwhelming people with all your years of industry, it's not going to help. So you might have the best knowledge on, I don't know, how to do crypto or how to lay edges, whatever it is. People just want to know how you're going to solve their problem for this little small thing right here, right now. Okay. So it isn't always best to just show off how much you know, because then you're like, oh my gosh, it's just overwhelmed, and then you don't engage people. You have people just like, can't wait till this woman finish talking because she's making me go sleep. And then people's minds they're just gone. They've gone somewhere else. So it isn't always the best thing to overwhelm all the knowledge just answer the specific point. So say your 3 things you're going to teach at the beginner, if it's just 1 point, keep repeating the points, and then at the end, give the point call to action, what you want people to do. Okay. That was the second, is know your content, what you got to deliver. I think these are going to be the 3 points. I'll save the rest for another podcast actually. So I say, to overcome claustrophobia, be vulnerable with your listeners, know your stuff, and decide the best way to produce or deliver the content to answer the question set. Okay, so I hope that this has helped you. I always love talking about how to improve the way you speak. Speaking is one of the key things to help you in life. And if you're not very effective at it, it's okay. Your speaking tips, Mama Leighanne is here to help you improve so you can nail the next interview. Go and do your business presentation, speak free on Instagram, on the video, all the different things that you want to do. Because in life, there's some point, somewhere, somehow, you're going to have to speak. But when you do speak, you need to speak effectively, communicate well, say what you need to say once. You know what I'm saying? Not like having to say it all different ways because no one really understood you in the first place. No. Let me help you so that you can speak with confidence like never before. Okay, so thanks so much for listening to my podcast or watching it on video, whatever it is you did. I'm really grateful. You can always get more information from me on my website, leighanneturner.com. All right, I'm going to see you in the next episode, my loves. Bye-bye for now.